First of all, before learning anything else about the table, we have to learn about the table rows. Table row is a tag that is used for anything else inside the content. Let's see this example of this. Each table row starts with a tr tag. This opening and the closing one. Inside the table element, we have our table row tag. And inside our table row, we have our TD. We will discuss it about later. You can have many rows as you like in a table. Just make sure that the number of cells are the same in this each row. For example, select HTML from it and okay. Suppose I want to add table to my HTML. And instead of HTML, I'm going to add tr. Okay. And inside table row, I'm going to add some data, td. I'm just gonna copy this and paste, and paste, something like that. Suppose I want to create an 5 2 20 0 50. I'm just clicking randomly for the example to show to explain. Okay, this finish. So now we will run. First I have to save the file. I'm just gonna save the file here. Okay, and let's go. Okay, we can see the number in here. I hope you have the basic knowledge of TR right now. We are going to discuss it deeply later. Now we're going to see table cells. Each table cell is defined by TD. TD stands for table data. It's nothing else but table data. It also has the same thing, opening tag and closing tag. And inside them, everything between opening and closing tag of table data, in short TD, is the content of a table. For example, like this: subscribe, like, share. Now you have understand what TD means. TD is just content, just like paragraph text, something like that. But it is for table. Now let's go for table headers. Sometimes you want your cell to be table header cells. In those cells, use th tag instead of td. Okay, I'm going to show you a difference right now. Suppose what in example is saying that inside table element we have our table row, and inside our table row we have our table head 1 2 3 and etc. So for example, suppose we have table row, and yes, I'm just gonna use this 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, just for the reference, I'm just using this randomly and see this. I hope you are seeing the difference and the work of table header. Table header is work like this. Each one, header 2, header 3, header 4, and 5, and the rows inside them 5, 20, 45, 75, 12. Something work like this. So we have now finished what is table, inside table, what is table row, what is table header, and what is table data. Okay, so back to the main. After that, we are going to see how to add a border to table. To add a border, use the CSS border property on table th and td elements. When you use the border element on table head and table data element, you will see something like this, and this is something. So to add this, we have two ways to add the CSS style. Okay, the first style is like this. You can insert it you can use this style without creating another CSS file. This is the old-fashioned way, and it can be used for short HTML files or HTML things, but it can be used for long terms. So I prefer the long term. But for the example, I'm just gonna use this. I'm just gonna copy this and inside. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, now we can see the difference. So from here, I'm going to just give you some example. I'm just gonna tweak something, and for the example, first let's run the code, and you can see the CSS working perfectly without creating another CSS file. And so if we suppose, as you can see, th and td, what does mean? I mean, in CSS you have to define which elements or text you are trying to put style, or you can say apply a style to. So to table head and table data, you can see in table head and table data we have one px and solid black. Okay, if we somehow it is saying that th table head, this has also another table, th background for the better and the, okay, I'm just gonna do this for the table, or you can just use this without anything else. Okay, so we're gonna run this again and see. This is the difference. So what we are seeing this is our table. Our table is inside border, and also the content th td are also inside. Have you noticed any kind of difference? If you haven't, I'm just gonna do it individually. I will try to do it individually with a different color to make you understand. Okay, I'm just gonna, okay. After that we have our tr, okay, solid black. After that we are gonna have our th. I'm not gonna use I'm just gonna use this solid black now, not this. Okay, after that we have our, what do we have missing, td. Okay, td. Okay, now everything is black. I'm just gonna choose different color. For td we have chosen the light green color. I don't know the exact name. For the th, I mean tag header, we have selected red color, and for border I'm just gonna use different color, something like that, blue. Okay, and for the table we have put it in the black. So let's see. I hope now you can understand clearly, seeing this practically, that in the td we have this green color. In th, I mean tag headers, we have red color. But what about blue? We are not seeing any kind of blue, because tr are the holder. You can, if you want to put the same color, same properties to th and td, you can use collapsed table borders to avoid having double borders like in the example above. Set the css border collapse property collapse like this into single borders. But what is the difference between this and this? We can see clearly that these borders have the manufacturer box like element, and in the collapsed table borders we can see that it has the only single borders, not the double one. If you look closely, it doesn't have extra borders. It has the only single margin, or you can say borders. But these have two borders and many more like this. So this is the collapsed border. The codes will be the similar like this. Suppose I'm just gonna try. Okay, I'm just gonna do TA, TD and TH. Okay. Okay. Border cross. Okay. You can see this is the single one. Okay. And in the previous video, this is the single one, and in the previous video we can see. Just see that if we close it and run it, you can see the difference. This has multiple borders, and the collapsed border is just simple as it was. So we have learned about how to put a style inside HTML file without creating another CSS file. Also, we have learned about what is table and what is tr, what is th, and what is td. And suppose you want to create an article post, or you can say news post, or you want to create an magnificent other things. So I'm just gonna tweak it something like that. Suppose Instagram, I'm just gonna put it randomly. Instagram, YouTube, X stand for Twitter, and also Facebook, Facebook, and also how to print, how can this Facebook, or WhatsApp, you could say WhatsApp. Okay, so suppose I want to create a table like this. Okay, and in there my Instagram ID name is learn data with June, and my YouTube channel is also the same. So I'm just gonna copy it. This is the same. And on X, my name. Okay, on Facebook, can follow me on follow my page. Mr. Surf, and WhatsApp, I can say the version R. Okay, so if we run it, we can see the difference. But what happened if we have multiple table data, multiple row and other things? Then what to do? Or I can just run it simply. Okay, now we can see. Okay, now we can see in the style. Okay, first let's see the basic table. The basic table, what is say, H2. The basic table H2. And after that, inside the table element, we have our tr. Inside table row, we have our table headers 1, 2, 3. Inside our table headers, that is finished. And again, inside our table headers, we have our table data, which is row 1, cell 1, row 1, cell 1, row 1, cell 2, row 1, cell 2, row 2, cell 2, etc. etc. So as you can see the difference. Now, what happen if you want to add extra one? This table is done. This is the basic table and this is done. So we are done seeing that. And if anyone have any kind of doubts, question, please comment your question or doubts. I will try to clear it up, replying on the comment. Or so we have our, what is our next? Table with caption. We have our table with caption. You can see this. We have our table with caption. Okay. We have our table with caption. Inside table with cables, we are using also H2. Inside our table, look carefully. Inside our table, we are using table caption. So you are gonna be asking where this table caption is right now. Table caption is here. This table caption is here. And inside tr, of course, we gonna if we are going to use headline or headings, we're gonna put ht table headers 1, 2, 3 like the previous one. And after that, like the previous one, we're gonna put our table data like this 1, 2, 3, etc. etc. And voila, we are finished. So we have finished the basic table, and after that we have finished right now table with caption. So what happened after that? We are going to learn about table with col span and row span. Okay, also h2 table with col span. Okay, table inside table, after table we are using tr for the headers, of course h21, h2, h3. Now here is a tricky part. After the headings, I mean table headings, when we use tr, we use extra layer. I mean like this. Table data row span 2. Row span 2. What does mean? If we add the 2, you can see it has taken the space. In row span we are saying 2. This 2 part has taken this part. Okay, not this part but this part. I mean vertically part. I mean this has taken the space of 2 vertically. If we add 1, just like we have did, we haven't did it needed for, we will understand it later. Suppose row span 2 means this has taken the space of 2. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, the whole space. And you can see the other things are the same as the row 1, row 2, row 2, etc. etc. So what about the second tier? I mean call span. Call span means the horizontal. It's gonna take the whole 2 row, or you can say columns. So row span means vertically like this, and call span means like this. It's gonna take two space like this on this way. So I hope you have understand this table with row span and call span. So let's move on to the next. So right now we are gonna talk about the table with header, body and footer. This is the similar structure like the HTML, like we have learned. In HTML element, or you can say HTML basic structure, we can see our head, then body, then footer. Head, body and footer. This is the similar example. Like inside head, we have to use the header, or you can say table header like this. And inside body we have to put our content, like row 1, row 2, the basic table. Like after that we have to put table footer, or you can say t-foot. It is also the same, like t1, t2, t2, something like that. T-foot are usually used for, if you want to use as a marking or a result or the total marking, something like that, you can use it. So that's it, guys. This is the table example I have created using every available on HTML table. So moving on to the next part.